And recording. Hey, aloha, Love Tribe. Welcome to the Bitcoin Peace and Music Podcast. I have Julie Love here from UNILLOVE. She is one of my most favorite, most respected love warriors on the planet, and she is on a mission to help make a difference in the lives of orphans. Aloha. Welcome, Julie. Woohoo.
Aloha, welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you. I love you so much.
I love you too, beautiful. So, okay, so you're in Costa Rica right now. Let's hear what's happening in Costa Rica. What are you up to? And let's help everybody understand how they can help you help the kids.
Yes. So I'm here now in Costa Rica with a teacher team. We are three of us teaching the caretakers of the orphanage. So it's been 3 days. Right now, we've been doing yoga therapy session as well as breath work, teaching them to get empowered so they can pass it on to the children. So this is what we're doing, as well as preparing our first local little festival for the community and for the kids. It's happening next week. It's coming together and it's just so amazing. So yeah, this is what we're up to.
I love it. Let's hear about your background. Like, how did you get involved? Like, why are you on this mission to help these young children? And how did you? What was your aha moment that said, "I need to go do this"?
Yeah, girl. Yeah. Well, I feel I'm gonna tell a story to be able to express the background that I have. Um,
Perfect.
and so I had a realization. I arrived working and serving in the orphanage in May 2021. So
Okay.
it's been a year and a half. And during that time, I did train the tias and I worked with the kids and we built a permaculture garden. And this is when we were building and putting the seeds in the garden for our garden to grow that I had this realization in this moment. And I realized, oh my God, this is why I'm here. And so I'm with all the kids, and back it was last year, and I had just broke my hand, and so I'm with my, the cast, and I'm in pain, but my heart is so open that I'm not feeling any pain, and I'm putting the seeds with the kids, and there is Anderson close to me. He's like, Julie, Julie, and I don't know his voice. Everything is energy, everything is vibration. So I guess maybe some tones of voice maybe can take you back somewhere. And it took me back when I was 4 years old, and I was actually in a semi orphanage when I was four. From my 4 years old to five and a half, 4 year and a half, I was in a space because my mom was going through depression and many things. So I had to go away so she could get better. And I went back with my mom. And so in this orphanage, we have a couple kids that are there waiting that their parents can get better, hoping. And if not, they will be put to adoption after 1 year. And so we have half and half in the orphanage here in Costa Rica. And yeah, and in this moment, I was like, oh, wow, this is why I connect and I have this mission so deep in my heart because I was there. And also, I lost my family. So this is a deep, deep connection because I believe in the power, and it's not because of your past or losing your family or maybe being in a family where you cannot find any true connection or bond that you cannot create the life of your dreams. So yes.
Wow. And so I'm so glad you're doing well, and I'm so glad that you have transformed your story into something positive so that you can help other people write their own stories of of hope and dreams for their future. And so I love you so much. I just like
Oh
you're the
my God. I see you
best.
soon, by the way.
I
I
know,
see
I
you
can't wait to
soon.
see you too.
Oh my God, El Salvador. But okay, I'm
Woo! We're
I'm
gonna
staying
have
focused. I'm staying focused. Okay.
I know we're both focusing until we get there, and it's still going to be focused when we get there. It's good stuff. So let's
Yeah.
talk about like so your background is you're a yoga therapist, a yoga teacher, you teach mindfulness and meditation. Why what's been your experience we had spoken quite a few times, and you have talked about, first you need to teach the adults at the
Yes.
orphanages so that they can help create that space for the children so that they feel more at ease. And then, you and the other adults are helping to teach these kids wellness practices. What's that been like? How are the kids responding to this?
Yes, the kids respond so well, and this is the whole mission of UNILLOVE and what we do here. The goal is to empower the caretakers, the staff in the orphanage, so they can empower the kids,
Hmm.
right? So only when we learn how to take care of ourselves, we can maybe help somebody. Bless you, baby. We
Thank
can
you.
help somebody to take care of themselves. So that's the mission that we have. We give practices to the teachers, and then the teachers teach the children. And my experience has been so powerful. I mean, Valerie, it's it's so deep when you see in a person's eye that it clicks, you know, that they feel good. And the first time I arrived in the orphanage, I sat down with all of them, the staff and the tias, and we didn't have any children around us. And I told them, I asked them, okay, now can you tell me how I can help you as an adult, as a caretaker, to feel better? What do you need? Like, do you need energy? Do you need less stress? What do you need? And they all responded, we're so tired. We need a lot of energy. And so I was like, okay, first step, we must get them feeling good. So as soon as they feel good, then the kids will feel it. Everything is energy. And
Yeah.
then this is a ripple. Yeah. So it's
Wow.
powerful.
It's so powerful. And I think, the caregivers of the world, whether they're caregivers for orphans, whether they're activists, whether they're parents, whoever, anybody who's caregiving another person's life in any capacity, there's so much that needs to go into fortifying yourself, and a lot of people forget that self-care. A lot of people think like, oh, I don't have time to take care of myself because I want to go give, give, give. And it's kind of like, people talk about that, put the
Yes.
mask on first if the airplane's crashing so that you can help other people. And it's a fine balance. So how are the adults that you're working with, have they created their own like daily practices that are consistent that they can stick with, and then in turn keep that energy up for the children?
Good question. And you use a very good word here, consistency. And so the first program I implemented, which means the first time I worked for more, we did different workshop over a week period last year with the caretakers. And now we are 1 year later, and I see where we've done mistakes. Not really mistakes, but what is hard in terms of continuing education for them to implement for themselves. And so this is where we are now. And I've learned that um, it's hard for them to continue. But something has happened because they told me, oh my God, Julie, now I clean myself and in my house with natural products, and I feel empowered, and I want to do this, I want to do that. So what I saw is that it helps them kind of breaking the limitation that they have in their own mind, so they can also, as a caretaker, okay, I work in an orphanage, I work with the kids, but they also have their own lives. But now they're like, yes, Julie, I do want to open. Yesterday a tia told me, my dream is to open my own cafeteria, her own cafe. One of them, she's a massage therapist as well, and her dream is to have her own space. So it's so powerful because they're able to dream bigger, and I can see how it gets passed on to the kids, because all the kids, every time I'm like, okay, tell me your dream, ¿cuál es tu sueño? And they're like, I want to be this and that. And I don't know, I love it. I love it. Am I still
Is
on the question? I get so distracted, but because I love to share.
Well, it's exciting what you can share. Let's ask, I gotta ask you, what's your time frame? Like how long do we have to chat so
Um,
I can make sure I get to the right
we're
stuff?
we're good. We're good on time. I think I had planned this hour for us, So
Okay,
yeah,
cool. So we've got okay, great. Um, so, okay, well, let's talk about, first of all, asking people about their dreams, right? Instantly puts them in a different state of being. Instant. It's like
yes,
instant, right? You notice it. Even when you think about it, you're like, well, my dream is to help the orphans, or my dream is to play music. My dream, and you just automatically some kind of a light bulb goes on and you get excited, right? And so that, I think, is one of the most powerful
yeah,
things that we can do for ourselves and for each other, and certainly for the folks that we serve, whether they're kids or adults, is like, yes, we have to think, yes, we have been hurt, there's trauma, there's fear, but we also want to, you know in conjunction with healing, part of the healing process is the dreaming process, right? It's the imagination and the creativity and what's hope and what's possibility, so that we're not stuck in that past, and we're
yeah.
present and we're dreaming for the future. So let's talk about the fundraiser. Okay, I want to talk about the
Okay,
dream of the
I
fundraiser.
do want to, I do want to touch about something on that though. Um,
Okay.
it's the morning in Costa Rica. There's a lot of trucks going, bringing products everywhere. So if you hear some sounds, guy, just bear with us. Uh, we are getting good information out there. Okay,
That's right.
so
We're in the jungle. Woohoo, let's go.
that's right, baby. Woo woo. And so, um, this question, what's your dream? I've been asking it for almost 2 years now to most of the people I meet. And in the orphanages or anywhere, when you ask that to somebody, by the way, I do ask this question to myself every day because it changes every day. We are a new person in a new body, and it's okay to change. This
Yep.
is what we haven't got educated on. It's okay to unlearn and relearn and re-educate. And okay, so we are about to be working with our second orphanage. Why I'm telling you this is because I do want to tell you the plan and why I ask, what is your dream? It's nice to dream. I think there is multiple steps in this thought process on how to show up for ourselves. And so the dream is cool. I tell the dreams, what's your dream? What's your dream? In the orphanage, they're young. They don't really understand why I'm asking their dreams, right? But in El Salvador, there are from 10 to 18 years old. Even there is four that are 22 years old. So in El Salvador, what we're doing is that we're doing a 5-year plan so they can reach that dreams, because it's cool to dream, but we do have to plan to go to that
Yep.
dreams. And this is where you see that it's very deep work. Okay, ask me your other question. I think you wanted.
It's great. No, well, in your, I'll tag on to what you're saying. It,
Yeah,
it is one thing to dream and dream and dream. It's another thing to come up with a plan and start to take action on the dream, because part
yeah,
of the fun and the good feeling is like that sense of accomplishment on a daily basis. Like I always say, micro progress equals macro results. And so, dream big, break it down, chunk it down, and then let's see how we can go make these things happen. And so with the fundraiser that's coming up, so you guys are doing the UNILLOVE fundraiser. And so this is going to be so fun. It sounds like a really cool event. And how are you're going to be raising awareness for the community of what's going on? And it sounds like you're looking, obviously, to raise funds. And so how can we support what you're up to, and what are the funds going to get to go for in your the big dreams?
yes, yes. Um, as you know, it's very hard for me to ask for funds, but I am working on this because I do remind myself to. It's for the kids in the community, and what we do here is that we are renting tents, tables, music equipment. There is an artist coming, but there's 3 artists coming, but they are not getting paid. They're supporting us, which is so
Mhm.
cool because one of them is well known by the community, and all the community is getting together and really love that he's coming. But to respond to your question, the funds will go towards all the materials for the festival. So and also the games that we are building with the kids. So right now, what we're doing, actually, we're doing that tomorrow. We're going to be building all the games that we're going to be playing during the festival. It's going to be multiple sections. It's like a wellness festival. It's going to be the little music section, the games. I'm thinking in Spanish now. Yo me quiero hablar en español porque yo estoy hablando en español todo el día. I'm speaking in español. I'm speaking in Spanish about the festival to everybody in Spanish since like a week. So let me rewired my brain so I explain it in the English. So yeah, it will go towards that. But not only everything that is getting raised during this event will go for the orphanage necessities as well as our activities. And what we want to do next year is have a day at the beach. So next year we're gonna do an ocean day discoveries. So the kids can go out, discover the ocean. Some of them never saw the ocean, so it's so nice. So this is where it's going.
Got it. And so the necessity, like what other kind of necessities, if people want to donate separately, like what kind of necessities would they may be able to donate to help you with the
Yeah.
kids, on a day-to-day
The thing we need
basis?
the thing we need the most in an orphanage is couche. I don't know how you said it in Spanish, but you know what you put on the baby's butt so they can pee freely? A
Like a
diaper?
diaper?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you need
So
diapers?
it's most usually what is needed and what always comes is this type of materials. It's diapers, wipes that we buy, excuse me, is it, can you hear behind or are you good?
Don't worry, it's okay.
All right. So mostly when I say necessities is for everything that is diapers, wipes, toothpaste. This is a monthly expenses for the orphanage, right? Then
Right.
food. It depends. It depends the period of the year, and obviously, I'm saying this because we had a baby coming 8 months ago, and at this moment we needed a lot of diapers. And during the COVID, they didn't need any school supplies, for example. So
Mhm.
yeah, it shifts.
Well, let me ask you this, because obviously I'm coming down to El Salvador for the conference in November, and I'm going to get to see you there. Would it benefit? Is it better for people to just donate directly, like Bitcoin or money or whatever, to the fundraiser, and then you guys go get the supplies? Or is it would it be beneficial if a lot of us Bitcoiners showed up with like some suitcases or boxes of supplies and gave them to you and helped you pay for shipping to get them back? Like what would be the best way to handle this so that we can support you in the mission?
That's a great question. And now you gave me the opportunity to tell a little bit about what's coming in terms of the projects for the kids, which is donation children trust in Bitcoin. So
Okay.
for this community, for in El Salvador, the kids are a little older. So I guess no, now they have two babies, so diapers could work. But for the Bitcoin situation and Bitcoin donations, what I'm working on right now is creating children trust for each orphan in the orphanage. So when they are 18, they can have enough funds to maybe take an apartment and or a class to the university of what they want to do. You can only imagine this implies a lot of parameters that we want to put in place. It's a lot of structure, a lot of legalities, because I do want to be putting a system where everything is transparent, right? And we'll still, so now the opportunity to donate is, I do have a PayPal, even though I don't like PayPal, but we have a PayPal that is connected to the French bank account of the organization, UNILLOVE. So that's an opportunity. But if you do hold Bitcoin and you are in this community with us, we do have a Bitcoin address in this moment that is available on the website. Okay, so yes, I will not say too much about how we're putting the children trust together because I'm partnering with another company that has all the legalities and is going to be great. But that will be for our next live soon.
Okay, good. Yeah. Let's do that for the, we can, when you get that dialed in and there's a little bit more of a direct pathway that people can do that I think that's great. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
is the best place to donate at UNILOVE, or is the best place to donate at the orphanage? Where's the best place for people to send? Do you want me to pull up? How about we do this? Do you want to pull up the Instagram of the orphanage and we can show a couple of the pictures, and then we can
Yes,
show the
yes,
FestiLove flyer. And then I think your QR code is on that as well,
yes.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Is
So
is is
let's,
is the QR code for the website though? So then people just have to get on the website. It's at the bottom of the page, and there is the links to donate if you want to donate.
okay, cool. Well, so how about we do this? Let's talk about some of these photos so that folks who are watching, I know if you're listening to this, you're not going to get to see this on the podcast, but if you are watching it, you
Well,
get to
then
see.
people that are listening, you can get on your phone and watch the recording so you can see the pictures.
That's true. Yeah, and yeah, the video will be there in the show notes. We'll have all the links as well. So let's look at. So this is so we're on the Instagram site right now for the orphanage in Costa Rica. And so, do you want to talk about some of these pictures, Julie, and tell us like what are the kids doing, what's happening
Yes,
here?
yes,
And
yes. So, as a first project and opportunity for me to implement the health program that I created with other teachers, I'm so grateful for this orphanage because Diana, the director, is such an amazing human. She does so much for these children. She trained her team so well. So, as you can see on the pictures, they are they are doing many arts activities. There are, see one kid, baby Aaron here is getting baptized at the church that we have downtown.
Mhm.
They're doing all the birthdays. So this is where they live, and the role of UNILOVE, what we're doing with them now, it's wellness and holistic self-care practices. And it works because the orphanage organization is so well. It's hard to teach people to take care of themselves
Yeah.
when the orphanage is already unstructured, you know? So, yeah, as you guys can see, it's a great little place. This is where this is the orphanage. And here you can see a picture actually on the bottom right of they're all with some ponchos. Yes. So this is a project that we actually did with UNILOVE and Glorica. I'll send you her contact if you guys want to check her out. She's amazing. She does sustainable clothing. But we did a week of sustainable clothing education. So we taught the tias how to sew their own dress style, and
Mm.
then they themselves, we all created the poncho for the kids. The older one, the oldest one, I would let them touch the machine, but not the youngest, obviously. So the youngest was just like, I want to be a bird, and I want, like, you choose your color, and anyways, and it was a good project. Yeah,
Wow, I love that. And, obviously, like, learning some of these skills and learning some, self-empowerment and self-confidence goes a long way for all of us,
yeah,
especially when we get to start at a young age. Uh, this looks so cool. I love
I know.
seeing the children looking at the water like that. They just seem like they're getting in touch with nature and they have an opportunity to get grounded a little bit with some of these practices. Do you teach so you said do you teach yoga and meditation and those types of things to the kids directly?
Yes. So first of all, let's bring awareness. What does yoga mean?
Mhm. Union,
Yeah. So we are always doing yoga, first of all.
right,
And as long as we practice practices that bring us back to center and in
yeah,
union with ourselves. And
right.
union of your mind, body, and spirit is very important. So, what's your question again?
Just about teaching the kid. It looks like because some of those
Yes, yes,
pictures,
yes,
the
yes,
way
yes.
that they look
So,
like they're
yeah.
kind of in this mindfulness state, looking at the water. Being in touch
So,
with nature at that.
Vale, the, it's not, I want to say it's easy for me because in terms of connection with nature, they are in nature. It's in their culture, and you
Yeah.
can feel that it's in their bloodstream. So it's easy to implement this kind of teaching. But yes, I do teach asanas, which is the physical practice of yoga with the tiyas. I teach pranayama, which is breath work. So they're learning to breathe, and I chant a lot. So with young kids, what we want to do is singing. So we chant
Oh,
mantras, and yeah, and so Loka Samasta Sukino Bhavantu.
yeah, that's my morning prayer every day.
Well, babe, this is their morning prayers as well. And
Whoa, so
now,
we're doing
every
morning
time I
prayers
enter,
together, huh?
well, when I can go there and do, yes, we are actually at the same time, but different parts of the world. So
Yeah.
when I get inside the orphanage, Valerie, they're like, Julie, can we sing Loka Samasta Sukino Bhavantu? And I'm like,
Oh.
okay, yeah, yeah. So I do teach all this, yeah.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, and I think it's so cool because the children probably, I mean, I would, if you translate it to them to tell them what it actually means, it doesn't even matter. It's like the vibration of that chant, that mantra, that song, those words is so beautiful and powerful. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like it's infused in it. It's just
And
baked in peace. It's baked in love. It's baked in in the vibration of the song.
but
And then it,
the young kids, yeah, the young one, they don't understand the meaning of it,
yeah.
but they are singing it, and they want to sing it more and again, because song and some syllables, I don't know, like the om, om.
Mhm.
This is the universe song, so we feel when it hits chakras, and they do feel it. And for me, it's just this year I've learned the program works, and it works so well that the director is like, "Oh my God, Julie! By the way, something big that we do, and it's also the first. It's not the first things because we're doing it all at the same time. Everything is a tool that we bring together, and this is the UNILLOVE program. I do also change the toxic products in the orphanage, and I'm teaching the TIAs to do so. It's tricky though, because the people around, they want to do something good. They come and they give a donation to the orphanage, and they donate cleaning products. But the cleaning products are very toxic. And then you
Yeah.
clean the space with those chlorine and very bad products. And then the babies and everybody is walking barefoot. And under our feet, we have the biggest pores, and it goes through the bloodstream. So it's tough because people wants to help, but it doesn't help. But then if there is no cleaning products, what do you use? So what I do is I bring essential oils, and I teach the tias how to mix them with water and to make a cleaning for the kitchen or for the kids room. During the pandemic, oh my God, they went back to school with the little alcohol gel for the hands.
Mhm.
I went with my band, changed them all with water and essential oils to for the sprays. So yeah,
Yeah,
non-toxic.
it's such a good point. I mean, obviously, our environment, it helps to shape our health. It helps to shape our mental health, our mood, and so if it's filled with toxins, and if it's filled with, things that aren't healthy for us, especially these young ones that absorb it a lot easier. Like you said, they're walking around barefoot. Um, it's very important that we teach this at a young age and certainly create a safer, healthier environment for them to grow up in. Like every little bit matters. You know what I mean? And of course. And so, because I
I don't
remember when
know. I don't know nothing. I
yeah,
know
you
that
do.
I don't know. That's
Yeah. Oh, I
yeah.
remember. Well,
I have the
what's
same
really I want
with
to
my
ask you this
boyfriend.
about the essential oils, Julie, just because when I met you in Miami at the Bitcoin conference, the fundraiser that they did at the women's lunch brunch was
Yeah.
beautiful, and I loved that you handed out little vials of the mint, um, the essential oil, and then to smell it, and I still have it with me in my purse.
You
And
do? So it
oh
means,
yeah.
you know what it means? It means you don't use it because this was for only a 1 week use.
No,
Mm-mm-mm.
well, because I can smell it though. I can still smell it,
I'm
like, when I
killing,
open
babe.
it,
Okay,
so
perfect.
it's
Don't
strong,
feel
you know?
bad. I'm killing with you. I'm just
No,
joking. I love
I
you.
know.
I love you.
I love you too, but it's it's something that, I know that when we have certain scents, in our noses, it creates a certain energy, right? You get
Yes.
chill, calm down with lavender, you get excited with citrus or the mint and stuff. And so,
Yes.
yeah, how is it going with, do the kids enjoy like the essence of the smells that you are helping them with? Like,
This
does it
is
help
such
them kind of calm down or get them excited if they're doing some
so
aromatherapy type stuff?
exactly. So Julie, as Julie, I do sell essential oils and I use them for myself. And so
Mhm.
to see how much of a tool, as a powerful tool it is in the space, it's ridiculous because the kid just loves to smell the aroma. He doesn't understand that lavender really calms him down, but they
Right,
actually do feel it. And now they're starting to learn of, Julie, puedes tomar la menta, por favor, because they know it's to bring energy up.
yeah.
Lavender, they know, and they always ask me, Julie, the small ones, they don't know how to express, so they show me the plant of their feet, and they tap the plant of their feet, like, please put me essential oils. And and now what's so amazing is I'm starting to teach the oldest to teach for me. So when we are all sitting in a circle, I do ask the oldest, okay, so now can you explain how we use the essential oils? And can you go and put the oils in the little wrist of everyone around the circles? So now it's like the goal is that I'm a teacher. So I first teach the teachers in the orphanage.
Yeah.
Then when we do this circle, the teachers, the tias, they teach the children. Then we have the children teaching the children. And then I
Yes.
do retreats as well where the children teach the masses because we gotta educate all of us here, okay? So it's powerful.
It is so powerful, and I love that I mean, obviously, that's what great teachers do is they get out of the way once the students start to learn, and then allow the students to become the
Yes.
teachers, like you just said, and that's the goal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
With any form of knowledge and wisdom, and so I love that you're doing that. I bet I would I would imagine the the joy on the faces of the children who get to start teaching and applying the product, doing that kind of thing.
Oh
I
my
would just
God.
imagine they get so like, yeah, I get to do it. Like my heart just fills up knowing that like that I just imagine that. So
Babe, babe, the first time I received the message from the director of the orphanage, it was last year. We implement the program 1 week. Then we work with the kids about 1 week also. And then she texts me the third week with a video during nap time. And she tells me, oh my God, Julie, look at them. They're all sleeping. It's so cool and so strong. And I'm like, that's the power of lavender. Let's see
yeah.
small things. So and I cried that day and I felt like it's a sign of the universe, God. I'm like, okay, I'm doing the right things. It works. Let's do it. And let's implement it in all the orphanages in Costa Rica.
Seriously, like what a great tool. I mean, and it's like we have all this treasure chest of all these types of tools that we can do for wellness and holistic health, whether it is breathing, whether it's meditation or yoga or, you know, art, singing, craft, all of it. They all help to sculpt a healthy whole human, and I love what you're doing, Julie. Like, I mean, it's so perfect, and like what a
Oh,
community of children who maybe don't get the attention that they need from the outside world because there's not an
yeah.
awareness, like who speaks for the kids, it's like, do
Yeah.
you remember the Dr. Seuss um, book, the Lorax, the Lorax speaks for the trees, like you're a Lorax for the children. I have another friend who's
Oh,
also the Lorax for the children, like you speak for the children, your soul and your
oh,
heart. You are the Lorax for the children.
wow. Thank you. I really receive it, and thank you, babe. Yes.
I see you, sister, and thank
I see
you.
you
Like
too.
they're so lucky to have you and to have your love and passion and enthusiasm. Like, uh, wow, you know.
But the first time I met you, everybody is either watching this or listening to this. I want to tell you something about Valerie. She is the light that will enter the room and shine through everyone and everything. Like I saw you, and I was just like, oh my God, you're. I saw the mirror between us, and I was like, yeah. And then we like screamed so much, and in this moment, I was like, I just want sisters like this around me. That
Yes.
we are true to each other. And you told me so many compliments, but I could feel the how it was coming from the heart, and I was just like, oh my God, we're going to do MC and DJing together. And I love you. I'm gonna
It
say it like maybe 10 times during this podcast, okay? So
it's so great, man. I mean, and and that's one thing I want to just note to anybody who's listening to this, especially women and especially young women. We are better together, and you're on your website, it says together to gather. And
yes.
it's truly, I'm going to put up your website. Hold on, donate to you on the UNILLOVE website. And so it's so important, again, and this applies to men as well, but like sometimes there's that competitiveness between people, and you
Mm-hmm.
kind of stand off. I'm like, time is ticking, people. We only have a few minutes on this planet. Literally, it's a blink of an eye that we get to be here. And it's like the more that we can show up in our own essence, our truth, our power, and the more that we can help raise each other up and celebrate each other and not feel
Mm-hmm.
threatened and not feel like, oh, that's competition or da 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 da. It's like that's
Mm-hmm.
old programming. Let that stuff go. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve your dreams. If you're listening to this, what serves you in your dreams is saying yes to your inner power, seeing that inner power in each other, and then joining forces. And that's when we can go make the true, true, true magic happen on this planet. Woohoo!
Woo-hoo, sister! Preach! Oh my
Yeah.
God, I hear you. Like, I'm like, yep.
It is, it's so true, and I really admire that about you, Julie, too, because 'cause you're so inclusive and you're so wanting to gather everybody for a common good, for the cause and for the kids, and so,
And
um, it's so
I,
powerful. So, I wanna ask, okay, so thanks for letting me, blah, blah, blah.
I tell you something. No, I love it. And I will tell you something about this. It shows that you hold the same energy in your heart. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see it. We will be either in judgment, either in comparison, as you said. So when
Yeah,
we see love around us, it's because we are vibrating with the love energy in the heart. If we see hate, it's because there is a part of our heart where we hold hate, maybe for ourselves, maybe for another person, and that's okay. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying it's important to observe so then we can reflect and then we can take action, right?
it's
So,
yeah,
like,
it's so true, like, knowing yourself and then starting to figure out, like, what's awesome about me, and self-love, self-awareness. I don't care. It's not woo-woo stuff. I mean, this is the foundation of spiritual and mental and physical and financial and environmental health. It starts with you, you know?
yeah, yeah. And this woo woo stuff, girl, I had to learn that when you really take a step back and you look at everything, everything is woo woo. So don't tell me it's woo woo. I'm like, all right then. Well, I mean, I like woo woo. I like to be serious. I like it all. And yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna go too far because you know me. I'm gonna talk all day. La la
I
la la
know
la.
we could talk forever and ever.
Forever,
And
forever.
so, okay, so everybody who's listening, um, okay, so on the screen, we've got the Festa Love flyer that's on the Instagram page, that you guys can go to Julie's Instagram at Julie LLovee. and you can donate through PayPal, you can donate Bitcoin. And this is so exciting to hear, Julie, that you want to set up these Bitcoin trusts for these kids.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's
And
exciting. I mean,
you know, I will tell you how I got the idea because not the full story, but I'll tell you some points of the story. So in El Salvador, which is the second kids are older, I was able to observe something totally different than the orphanage here. So first of
hmm,
all, orphanage operational direction is super hard and differs from each place. Okay, it
yeah,
depends to the director, the funds that they have, and blah blah blah. So in El Salvador, they are way older, and the thing is, the structure, the owner becomes their dad. He loves them so much. And when they are 18, there is no structure for them to actually be like, okay, it's time, you have to leave. It, you have to leave. But some of them, they are still there because there is no structure, or they obviously are not feeling comfortable into leaving and take steps to create their life now, as an
yeah.
adult. So that's the role that we are doing when we implement the role we have when we do the wellness workshop and holistic workshop, yoga therapy, breath work, permaculture. So we give them empowerment in themselves as a human. And for the Bitcoin is when they are 18. Obviously, I observe there is a problem. Not, I don't like to use the word problem, but there is something here that is not flowing. And I sat down with the owner of the orphanage, and I'm like, how can I help you? Like, I think maybe we want them to have some funds and maybe teach them about Bitcoin. What is this? And and start this economics, financial education when they're adolescents, so they're feeling comfortable to, first of all, receive the Bitcoin, because we do want them to understand what it is, to secure them, and maybe do some consulting in terms of planning financially our dreams and expenses. So yeah. Maybe did I go off subject or what?
No, it's perfect, and it
Okay.
dovetails onto another a point. Two things. In El Salvador, there's Mi Primer Bitcoin, which is an educational
Yeah.
initiative to teach people and young kids in schools, and so they've got the Bitcoin
Yeah.
diploma that they're putting into the schools. Step two is Marina Spindler and this whole group of wonderful developers have started Toragos Dev, which teaches the older kids how to become developers and give them life
Yes.
skills so that they can learn
Yes.
how to go out and be in the world. Are you guys in touch with them? Because if not, then let's make that happen.
All right. So actually, Mi Primer Bitcoin, I went there for the first Bitcoin diploma.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I supported them, and it was amazing. I worked with a 17-year-old student. When he arrived and sat down to do the Bitcoin diploma, I was like, I'm so stressed. I'm like, don't worry, I have essential oils. You're lucky. So I'm like, you are with the right one here, okay? And so here we are breathing before his exam. And after he told me, oh my God, this calmed me down so much. What is it? And I'm bringing him one, actually. I got to text him next month. And so it also showed me in this moment how maybe it can benefit. I need to tell that to John. Maybe it can benefit also when they're all doing their exam to calm down the kid. But yes, I did meet them. Yes, we are going to be using the Mi Primer Bitcoin open source educational, because they did put it open source. Can we do a thumbs up? Bravo,
Yes,
bravo to Mi
open
Primer
source,
Bitcoin. Yes,
FOSS. Let's go.
yes. Yes, let's go Mi Primer Bitcoin. So I'm super excited for that. I'm going to be using their course in the orphanage. And yeah. I do not know the second organization that you're telling me about, though.
Okay, well, she's gonna. Marina is actually going to be one of the speakers at Adopting Bitcoin, and
All right.
so I interviewed her. I don't. It was months ago, and they were just getting their first round of the cohort of the students, but they're older kids. They're people they're older than high school, so it's that young,
So is it Bitcoin?
18. It's
Is it
called
Bitcoin
Toro.
education?
It's Bitcoin
You send it
development.
to me after.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, and then
Development. So
I'll link
cool.
to
So
them. And so, yeah, we can talk with her when we're there. She's a rock star. I love her.
All
Um,
right.
yeah,
We want the
So
rockstar babies in the
I
team
know,
because
total rock
teamwork
stars.
makes the dream work. I love us.
Yeah.
We talk at
Yeah,
the same
that's
time all the
right.
time.
Teamwork makes the dream work, sister. Um, okay, cool. So, okay, so then let's wrap up and I want to ask you if you could wave your magic wand for $1 or sats Bitcoin amount for this fundraiser that's coming up next weekend on the 22nd. Uh, or, or it's I'm awful with my day. Yeah, it's next weekend. So
Yeah.
how much would you love to raise? What would feel great for you? What's a target?
Well, I will tell you what it cost us. Okay. So for the full preparation of the festival, I paid the tables, the music equipment, about $500, and then I am not. I'm so grateful because all the vendors and artists are friends that are coming to support. So I don't have to pay them. I'm just 100% transparent here of what's going on. So you guys know to what you are donating. But it's going to be going towards all the snacks and the food. I've got like piñatas. I've got so many toys for them to play. So it will go towards that. So if I would have to say a price, I would say it costs us $1,000 to put up this event. Um, and I'm not counting the accommodation that each volunteer is taking, the food for the team. Like people are flying here on their own expenses. I don't have budget to pay them, so there is more to it. But yes, anything that you can donate, honestly, will just help us to do this event, to continue all the actually we need something right now in our garden. Yesterday I went and the ants ate all our turmeric and our bananas. So now with another organization here that does chocolate tours, we are building a greenhouse. So I'm gonna sit with the guy to look over the budget, but we have to build this full greenhouse so we can replant turmeric, bananas, and sweet potatoes. Right now we have lemongrass and um, anyway, I'm talking about another project, but it is in the same project because during the festival we will have education about permaculture in our garden. So it will go towards that, guys. And please, people that donate, don't hesitate to contact me, contact Valerie, ask me question. I will gladly show you where is your fund going, and yes.
Okay, here's two things. Are you familiar with Geyser Fund?
No,
Oh, dude. Okay, we got to
what?
set you up a Geyser
I don't
Fund.
know because I've been,
I know you're
all my
busy doing
friends
the
are.
orphans.
Oh,
I'm like
no,
learning. I still don't know all this stuff. I'm learning one day at a
I love
time.
that. I love that. I'll tell you
But
what my friends tells me. They're just like, Julie, it's time you stop using your own money because I've been, I use my own money.
yeah. And then that's awesome and generous. And the community I'm imagining would love to support. So Geyser Fund is it's kind of like a GoFundMe um or site, and it's for Bitcoin. It's like raising Bitcoin for Bitcoin projects. And this is clearly something that's related to the culture of giving back and love and philanthropy for Bitcoiners. And so
Yeah,
we'll get off after this. I'll send you this and you can set something up. We
right.
can talk to MetaMic and figure it out. Do you want me to put up, you've got like a GoFundMe page also to help the volunteers uh, going. Do you want me to
I
put that
mean,
up on the screen?
I don't want to be confusing everyone right now. I think
Okay.
if you do want to donate Bitcoin, go on the website and
Okay.
we have our Bitcoin address. So I can see we have I'll share on the website everything that comes in terms of Bitcoin and
Cool.
PayPal for everything that is euro, dollars, or any currencies that you're holding, but you still want to donate.
Okay, perfect. Then yeah, and everybody, so go to unilove.org, UNILLOVE.org for those of you listening, and go, if you,
Mm.
even if it's $5, every little bit helps. Can you imagine
Yeah,
we got 1,000 people to give
yo,
$5? Let's do that.
listen,
Um,
everything helps. everything helps. And sometimes we just do like, oh, I don't want to give $1, but honestly, $1 buys like 2 bags of rice, so you can cook for 3 days. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everything helps.
Every little bit helps. It is so true. And so don't be shy. And like we said, so we'll make it, let's make a couple other little flyers and stuff to put out on social media that will be that will have the QR codes, that will have everything. And then just, I want to help you get this out there as much as possible. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thank you.
welcome.
Valerie, guys, Valerie is kind of my guru and mentor on, okay, prepare yourself to like, now we grow the marketing and the health. And so I'm so grateful for you because, yeah, it is the moment because we've done so much work. We have so much things to just tell people what we're doing. So thank you, Valerie.
You're welcome. I love you. And I just,
Love you too.
I want to see you and all of these kids, every kid on the planet, every single one of them. They deserve to shine, and they deserve,
And they will and
yeah.
they will all learn about Bitcoin and be secure and have a beautiful base, and when they're 18 to start creating the life of their dreams. But this is why now I'm putting really a big structure on, okay, now we need to have Bitcoin teachers because
Yeah.
we need to make sure the kid knows how to back his Bitcoin, back up his Bitcoins, everything. So yeah.
Yep. All of the above, sister. Yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
also in February. This would be great too to have you guys on board, but we're gonna do a Bitcoin Kids Month. And so the idea is to get all different kids who are Bitcoiners, parents of kids, anything that has to do with like educating children and empowering children with financial literacy. What's Bitcoin? What's money? How to, move their lives forward with this wonderful tool. And so, yeah, and
Wait,
it's
with who
11/11.
are you doing this? It's 11/11, babe. When you're talking about Bitcoin education for children in the world, it's always like crazy. But who
It's the
are you
best.
doing this with? Who are you doing
Everybody.
this with?
It's just going to be an
It's
open
it's
project. And
open
so,
source.
yeah, it's an
It's
open
open
project.
project
And
proof of
so,
work.
yeah, we started a Telegram
Oh
group.
my
Well,
god,
what gave me the
so cute.
inspiration, Julie, was um, the pleb miners. And so last September was pleb miner month. And so it was all the different Bitcoin miners got together, um, and the ungovernable misfits, John and Max. I got to interview them, and they were telling me about, obviously what they're trying to do is educate the plebs, because mining is, could be these big giant,
Yeah,
organizations, or it's like the home miners, whatever. And so I was
yeah.
like, why don't we do, John was saying that his wife wanted to do something for kids during that month, and it just kind of didn't really take off. And so I was like, well, why don't we have our own month for kids? And so his wife and I started a Telegram group, and we're going to just get anybody on board who wants to help educate kids and empower kids, especially the kids who are already in the know, and let them teach the kids, And so,
So great. I
yeah.
love it. Good job, guys. I love it.
Woohoo, go
Definitely.
team.
Can I get, am I cool enough to get in this Telegram chat?
I think you're kind of like the queen of cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody can.
oh my god. All right, I get it. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's
Yeah.
welcome to the Telegram chat. It's open, and we want everybody to participate. So we're going to start um, having some meetings and maybe talk about it at the conferences, and just maybe generate some interest. And, every little bit counts, like you
So
said.
cool.
So, yay.
Yes. Love
All
it.
right. I love you. I love you. I love you. Congratulations. I cannot wait to see you. Mwah. And I hope this event goes really well for you. And you guys, everybody who's listening, please go follow Julie. Go to unilove.org, UNILLOVE.org. Follow Julie on Instagram. And you can also follow Julie on you can follow Unilove on Instagram also. And again, every bit counts. So 100 sats, $100, whatever, just donate, help. And let's get these kids a new hope for their future. And Julie's really a
Thank you.
catalyst for that. I love you, sister.
I love you too. Thank you so much, guys, for everybody that is giving. Don't hesitate to contact me if you have more questions. I'm here for that. This is the beginning of the development of our organization. So bear with us. If you feel the vision and the mission, you know, you're already a part of it, right? So I love you, Valerie. I love you, everybody that is listening. And life is so amazing and so good. And I see
Yay!
you so soon.
All right, sister. I love you. And hey, everybody,
I
thanks for
love you.
tuning in. This is Valerie and Julie Love. What's up?
Yeah, this is us.
Woohoo!
Let's go, baby. What's up?
All right. Until
And we
next
ciao.
time, peace, love, and aloha. Yay! All
Yay,
right.
yay, yay. Ciao, babe.
Mwah.
Mwah.